Welcome back. Point of no return. 2024, here we are. We made it. I'm just thankful. I'm appreciative. I'm humbled. I'm at a loss of words. I can't express my gratitude towards God for bringing me and my loved ones through another year. And we at a point of no return. We know too much. We done seen too much. We done been through too much. We done experienced too much. God done revealed Himself to us too many times, over and over, for us to not uh, be better than what we were yesterday. You know what I'm saying? We can't think the same way we used to think, feel the same way we used to feel, react and respond to life that we used to. He brought us too far. We look back at our past and it's not there. It's not there. So all you have is your future. Move toward it, man. It's Slim, your Holy Ghost homeboy, SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means, man, yesterday is gone. Tomorrow never promised, so all you have is right now. And take advantage, man. Take advantage. Stay present. So all you have is this moment, and I hope you fully living in yours, because I'm fully living in mine. But today, got to get a little message, man, that's personal to me. So I'm just going to read it and just get through it, and then we'll just talk about it afterwards. But today's lesson, nobody's perfect. All right, here we go. Being real, being honest, being righteous, being saved, being wise, being a good person, being a GOAT, being the best, don't make you perfect. We know this, but for those of us who are connected and in tune with the Most High and trying to be the best version of ourselves, we forget in a sense because we put so much thought, time, effort, and consideration in all that we do and say with the goal to help and not hurt, to love and not lie, to be faithful and not fake. Being consistent at being good almost blinds you to the fact that we are not in control. We are always a vessel and could be manipulated at any time by good or bad, no matter who you are. We so sensitive to everything and everyone, so naturally you just want to help and assist others under the direction of God Himself. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't perfect. We do a lot of good. We could do our best, but we'll never be perfect. I say, through unwavering faith and complete submission to what you truly believe in, God gives you instructions on what to do, what to say, and who with. As long as you know God, as long as you allow, God to fully occupy you, miracles are made, and your accuracy with God is 100%. You know what I mean? Because it's like when you let God use you, it's like you can't be wrong, but it's not you. It's the light, the God in you. But us doing it so much over and over and over, we forget, bro, that we ain't perfect and we not in control sometimes. We all mess up. I say, what can throw this off though? I say I go into detail, but to simply put it, relying on your own instinct and yours alone will leave room for error. You're going to sin unintentionally anyway, but when you mess up and when you know it's not you and you don't know why, it burns you up inside. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? You know it's not you, but it's still coming from you. And those are the things that bothers a true believer. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why I say that? Why I do that? But we all have those moments. Like I say, when he was like, why did I say that? Why did I just do that? You can't explain it to yourself. You see the actions you are taking and you hear what you are saying, and it is truly and literally the opposite of who you are and who you stand for. Yet you did it and said it. All this time you spent mastering yourself, and out of nowhere, at the worst time it seems, life caused you to drop the ball and fumble and glitch. It happens. Truth be told, for a true believer, you know that this was beyond your control sometimes. We can't explain everything we do and what we say, you know what I'm saying? But we still have to take accountability, you know what I'm saying, and responsibility. And this is what this lesson is about. I say, even if you don't even finish your thought or whatever in its entirety, the damage is done because it's coming from you. You know what I'm saying? People don't expect you to mess up in a sense or, have your moments of being human, but it happens. And when it does, whether you know it or not, it affects people a lot because of who you are and who you stand for. But thank God we could be forgiven. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to do it on purpose. But let's continue. And to make matters worse, this negative experience is usually shared with someone that is truly undeserving and probably somebody you care about that's close to. This is the part that could really intensify the guilt, shame, and regret that you already feel for whatever you done or said. If you like me, sorry, I know you are the first to apologize and you sincerely mean it, but can never appease the reality that you cannot change what has already happened. It's nothing you can truly say or do to express how badly you want to take it back. You know what I'm saying? So just say you're sorry, and if a person is showing you grace, that's a sign that they know your true character, that they know your true heart. If they clicking out on you and being ignorant and coming at you crazy, that's a reaction when somebody feelings get hurt. But if they know who you are, they should have some grace with you, like I just said. But again, so what do you do, and how do you deal with the fact that you lost control of self and essentially glitched? Again, though unintentional, it occurred, and every action has a reaction. Unfortunately, the best thing to do after you have apologized, as well as asked for and received personal forgiveness, is to do nothing. Leave it alone, because the more you touch it, it's gonna make it worse. And especially if somebody say, yeah, I forgive you, man, I accept your apology, don't bring it up, because they trying to let the situation pass. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we be feeling so bad that it's on our brain, it's on our heart, so we want to keep bringing it up, but you can't. Once you ask God for forgiveness, he throw that into the lake of forgiveness. He don't deal with it no more. We do. So that's what I'm telling you. If you know you done messed up, that's not you, that's not your character, that's not what you do or who you are, you got to say sorry and just let it be. You know what I'm saying? I say you picking at it and bringing up the past will only make matters worse and more awkward and uncomfortable between you and the person that was affected. You may never know the why, but just know that whatever the enemy meant for good, God has already turned it around if he allowed that thing to happen. So though it might be painful, just know that this moment was ordained. We ain't always on the winning side. Sometimes we got to take a hit. Sometimes we the ones that hurt people, but God has a plan for everything. So while you dealing with yourself, let God deal with the other people. I say the best you could do is just learn from this. Learn the patterns that has led to this. Like, what were the conditions leading up to your glitch? And I don't have the answers, but I tell you what, it's usually when I'm at my capacity and I'm taking on too much that I begin to lose grip. And though I know I'm trying to handle more than I should, I feel like I have no choice because I care so much that I just got to keep going. I got to keep being me, even though I might need time to myself, even though I might need to be quiet, even though it's not a good time for me to joke. I still try to fulfill that role because that's just who I am. And even when I'm going through it and I'm not in my best, I still try to do. And that's when the mistakes happen. I say, let me see. You tell yourself, this is when you stretching yourself too thin, that you'll get back to it. But day after day, you step further and further away from your routines and traditions that keep you balanced and on your toes. So it's like we allow life, it happens to us. Usually we could get up every day, fight, take care of it, no matter what we go through, and bounce back and be ourselves. But sometimes we get affected to a point to where we just need to be quiet. We don't need to do nothing. And that's hard for me because when I go around, I'm the icebreaker. I start the conversations, I introduce the topics, I give the advice, I'm the comedic relief, all these things. But if you're not balanced, if you're not yourself, you're going to mess up because you're going off the cuff. You're not letting God tell you when to talk. You're not letting God tell you who to talk to or whatever. You trying to fulfill this physical, tangible role that you think that you have in people's lives instead of just being like, look, man, I just don't feel it today. But that's how mistakes happen. You got to learn when you at your limit. You got to learn when you had enough, and you got to learn when to say no. You got to learn when to be quiet. You got to learn when to step back. You got to learn when to take your hands off stuff. You can't control everybody. You can't save everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's in you to help because you want to help so bad. But we hurt people when we're not at our best. And it's not on purpose. And it might be a comment, you know what I'm saying? But again, the timing and maybe what you said or the topic, it hit the other person hard. You know what I'm saying? So in return, you're going to be up all night thinking all this stuff, and God's saying, let it go. Let them deal with it. Don't even bring it back up, okay? I say, you got to continue to hold yourself to a certain role or image or living under these expectations, knowing that there's a particular moment that you can't. Instead of just taking time to yourself, like I said, to deal with what's going on with you, you keep playing your role. So the whole message of this, ain't nobody perfect, man. You could be as good as you want to be. You could be as pure as you want to be. You could be the best you want to be, but nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, and just understand that's part of being human. But how you limit your mistakes, like I say, just let God tell you everything. Let him show you everything. Let him reveal to you everything, and you don't move without him. Like this year, he's telling you to save your energy because you're trying to go after your dreams. You're trying to go after your vision. You're trying to go after your purpose, and you don't have time to do all these things you used to do. You said enough, right? You talked enough, you done enough, you proved enough, and people don't get it because the results aren't tangible. So you talking, you running your mouth, even though it's true, even though it's positive, it's not helpful right now because people are not in your shoes, they're not in your boat. They don't see what God is showing you or telling you. So right now, he's just telling you to be quiet and just let him do it. He gonna tell you when to speak. He gonna tell you when to act. He gonna tell you when to move, and that's how you limit your mistakes. Don't listen to yourself all the time unless it's coming from God. If God tell you, okay, then you can listen to yourself. But right now he's saying, be hands off. Your job ain't to go out here and save everybody, ain't to figure out solutions to everybody's problem. Nah, your job is to live your life the way that you've been instructed and taught how to live, and other people will see you as an example. But he's trying to get you to the right audience, the right place, the right time. So when you do start talking, when you do start moving, it's going to have a bang now. It's going to have an effect because he put you in the right place. But until then, just chill, man. God's saying just breathe. Just relax. You at your capacity, you at your limitation, and you're exactly where you need to be, because if you at a point to where there's nothing you can no longer do, that means God about to step in and move. As long as you think you can do something or you can handle something, then God, he can't tag in yet. You got to give up that control. You got to give up that problem. You got to give up that mistake. You got to give up that bad decision. You got to give up that past. You got to give up the negativity. You got to give up the self-doubt. You got to give up the worry. You got to give up the stress. You got to give up anything that is opposed to what God got for you, and just keep moving in his way. And though you're not perfect, I promise you, you're going to be better than what you was yesterday. And you do that every day that you are given. Just be better than what you was yesterday. So again, this lesson was personal to me. I glitched and I said something that I truly didn't mean. I didn't know where it came from. And I promise you, my remarks hurt somebody that I care about. And this is the way that I'm dealing with it. Trying to teach myself how to be better, even though I ain't the worst. Trying to teach myself how to let go and let God. But sometimes, it gets to you because that's not you. But the same way you see yourself, see that in others. When somebody do something to you, when somebody say something to you, it's not them. The same grace and compassion you would show, make sure you show that next person that same grace and compassion. But like I say, I know this wasn't a pretty lesson. It wasn't, what I'm saying, a lot of bells and whistles, but I'm just telling you, like 2024, you gotta be careful. You gotta be quiet. You gotta listen, and then just do what God tell you to do. Say what he tell you to say, and who with, and you're gonna be all right. And I promise you, you're not gonna be perfect, but I promise you, your mistakes gonna be few and far between. But that's my lesson, man. I hope it helps somebody. I got to change so I could go on my walk. It's getting cool. I'm losing the sun, but I pray that everybody has had a good New Year, good Christmas, and let's just get it. Let's get it this year. Let's start off January by fasting. You could do it how you feel comfortable, but I'm telling you, give your first fruits to God and watch what he do with the rest of your year. But like I say, be silent now. Just chill. Just sit to the side and watch, man. God got everybody. It's not your job to do his job. All right? Till next time, Slim.